was trained as a journalist, owned a design-build construction company for a while, and I was actually running a newspaper in a small town when God caught up with me. And taking a long route through several ministries, I ended up finding my way into theological education, which I've done for the past 10 years. When I got involved in theology, I became very interested in how God was discussed, how ethics were discussed, the ways in which spirituality and spiritual themes ended up living themselves out, both within churches and within private life, but also significantly within public life, within politics, within culture and the arts. Music is something that I have loved for a long time. I play guitar and mandolin. Love jazz. I love blues, both playing it and listening to blues, but also the history of blues and its deep and abiding connection to the human struggle to make sense of life. I've been inspired in my life by many different influences. It's a very eclectic group of thinkers and musicians and artists. From a theological perspective, I've been heavily influenced by Karl Rahner, a Catholic theologian who helped to bring about Vatican II, Gustavo Gutierrez, who was one of the liberation theologians in Latin America, Paul Tillich, famous Protestant theologian, Catherine Lacuna, who was a brilliant systematic theologian, taught at Notre Dame, two brothers, Protestant theologians, Reinhold Niebuhr, H. Richard Niebuhr, who wrote a lot about religion and culture, Tariq Ramadan, who's a reformist Muslim theologian, who's written some beautiful things about his Islamic faith and what it means for the world. Abraham Heschel, brilliant Jewish thinker. Bede Griffiths, who was a Christian who went to India and ended up integrating Hinduism with his own Christian tradition. I think for novelists, probably the one who has most deeply influenced me is Harper Lee, To Kill a Mockingbird. As a kid growing up, I wanted to be Atticus Finch. So there's many other influences, and I think at any given time, possibly certain influences would be more prominent in mine than in others. But I think it's an example of what happens here at the School of Theology and Ministry, because everything we learn in life becomes actually part of the material that we study. We bring not only the textbooks that we're studying in class, but we bring the textbook of our life with us to class.